Hey, what's up guys? So yes, J-Wink here with the review for, well, I guess not the review, it's the spoiler talk of Star Wars The Force Awakens. As you can see, I put my ticket up here, my little ticket stub that I got from the movie, just so I always remember, and then it's always with this. But yeah guys, I know it's been a couple days. I was busy yesterday because I had a basketball game, so I couldn't really record then. And today today was my last day of school, so today I'm definitely gonna tell you guys what happened in this episode 7 of Star Wars The Force Awakens. So yes, if you have not seen the film, please do not watch this. This is a spoiler filled talk, and I do not want you guys to see this because you guys have to go see the movie first, then watch this, because if you don't, you're gonna really hate yourself for watching this, and you can't blame me because I said it's a spoiler video, and there's a and the title is Star Wars: The Force Awakens spoiler talk. So, yeah, so let's start out right at the beginning. So yes, the crawl says Episode 7. I was really afraid they would say Episode 7. I don't know why. Just like in all the marketing, it never said like Episode 7 anywhere. So I was like, ooh, are they gonna show it? Or are they not? But so yes. Definitely, that was awesome. But the main plot of the film, Luke Skywalker is missing, and the Resistance and the First Order are trying to find him. And, if you guys noticed, it kind of does fall on the same similar themes of A New Hope. And like I said this in my spoiler-free review, that it did pick up some things, especially from one Star Wars film in particular, and that is A New Hope. Or Star Wars, as you may call it, but definitely it really does follow along some of the tropes. A person from the Resistance gives the droid, a person for the good guys gives the droid an important piece of information that leads to the big goal of the movie, and then it ends up on a desert planet with the main character, and then blah 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 blah. And then, also, it's incorporated that there is a new Death Star, or, Star Killer Base, as it's called. That's what this is called. And definitely, that weapon is awesome. It is badass, because that thing has the power of a lot of Death Stars, because it's way, way, way bigger than the Death Star itself. And, it has much more of a firing power and much more of a distance, and it doesn't move. It rarely ever moves, and it can shoot across the galaxy and blow up planets. I was hoping that the film wouldn't have done that. I was hoping that, in this film, they would have just not destroyed it completely, but like dismantled it, because they couldn't destroy the whole base completely for some unknown reason, or something like that. But I guess that's what's got to happen. But and then in the next movie, they start to rebuild it, and then like in the second movie they're trying to, in the second movie we don't really focus on it, and then in the third movie, episode 9, we see it's fully completed, or it's about to be completed, and it is going to wreck shit up and for the Resistance, and then they have to make their final assault on it. But yes, it's very similar to Return of the Jedi as well, and A New Hope, because both of them involve Death Stars, destroying them big bases. But definitely, definitely a lot of that. So moving on from the similar themes, let's move on to something different. Rey is an awesome character, I feel, in my opinion. She's really fun. She's a really strong female hero. We haven't had a lot of those in Star Wars before, especially as the main character, because she is the main character of this film, because she's the one we focus on, and she is just like a Luke kind of character. She's on this desert planet. Nothing is really going right for her. She's just all alone here, and and that's about it. And then she gets picked up into this big thing that's larger than life, and she's in the same position that Luke was in A New Hope. And it's very, it's very familiar, as you can tell, but it works. I feel like it does work, even though A New Hope, even though it does copy it, I can deal with that. I really did like that it kind of played with those kind of tropes, but added in some new mixes, and it was definitely very, very cool. But yes, some minor complaints that I had is sometimes Finn's comedy was a little bit, kind of just, didn't really land. It didn't feel kind of Star Warsy. I just kind of said that in my spoiler-free review. But, other than that, some characters were heavily underused. You guys know who I'm talking about. Captain Phasma. The marketing and everybody said Captain Phasma was going to be such a badass in this movie. She was going to be awesome. She was going to really wreck crap. She was going to be like a Boba Fett. And she kind of was in episode 6. Boba Fett was in there for like a few minutes. He just stood there. Captain Phasma never even shot anybody, I don't think. At least Boba Fett in episode 6 shot something. Even though he missed, he still got something. And, and then she got shoved in a trash compactor, and we obviously know she's going to make it out alive because she is going to be in episode 8. So hopefully we will get to meet her. We will get to see her character be a little bit more of a problem. Maybe her and Finn can have like a confrontation. Hopefully that'd be pretty cool. I'd really like to see that because those two, if they kind of keep this going, it's going to be a good kind of grudge and something strong that can form between the two. And Kylo Ren and Han Solo and Leia Organa. Let's talk about that. Han Solo, Leia Organa, and Kylo Ren are mother, father, daughter. Well, mother, father, and son. Kylo Ren's real name is Ben Solo, so they took that from Obi-Wan's name, Ben, but that before in the expanded universe, that was Luke's kid. It was Ben Skywalker. But moving on, so definitely I think you guys know where I'm leading to. So the Resistance goes to go and save Rey because she was captured by Kylo Ren, and I'll talk about stuff about that later. And we see Han and Chewie and all of them setting bombs in this base, in the ship, in the base, and they're setting these bombs, and here's Kylo Ren, and Han sees him and he's like, Ben. And we just see this epic dynamic, and we see Han Solo talking to his son, and then Kylo Ren just stabs him right in the gut after they have a little talk, and then he just grims his face. Han Solo just touches his face right before he slips off the catwalk and dies. And that is a huge, huge thing. This is the first time we see one of the actual Holy Trinity of characters die from Star Wars, and it's mind-blowing. And there's a huge amount of talk that Han Solo is not dead, that he's gonna come back. No, that is a horrible idea. I know that's a bad thing to say. Han Solo cannot come back. I feel, in my opinion, he should not come back. That is the reason why Rey and Kylo Ren will have that grudge. Rey will have that grudge against Kylo Ren because she killed the only father figure in her life. And, Han Solo was the only thing that could have changed Kylo Ren back to the good side, from what Leia said. And I feel like if he comes back, which is going to make no sense at all if that happens, it's going to completely underline everything that they did in that movie. It's just like the Marvel thing, like what they did for Coulson, Stark, Loki multiple times, Fury, and hopefully Star Wars does not do this. They can't do this. Please, guys. Rian Johnson, Colin Trevorrow, do not ruin that. He needs to stay dead. He needs to stay dead. Honestly, please do not bring him back. He does not need to come back. Han Solo needs to stay in the ground. I'm sorry, guys. But, so moving on to some other cool things that I saw. Really awesome use of the Force in this movie. Kylo Ren especially. Him stopping them laser bolts in midair. That is awesome. That is something we've never seen before in Star Wars. Stopping him, it's just and you can see it shaking too. It's just like it wants to go and it just can't. And it's also like when he freezes people, like when he freezes Poe, when he freezes Rey, and it's awesome because they just stand there and it's just they can't move. They want to move, and it's awful that they can't. Some other things I kind of want to discuss that I did not like was the planet names. Some of these planet names, some of them didn't have planets, some of them didn't have names, and some of them did. I would have preferred maybe they did. Well, I believe they did. I'm not sure because I don't really remember that, but that's probably because it's my first viewing. But I'll be seeing probably like 8 more shows, so well, no, not 8, like 5 more shows probably, so I'll probably see it 6 times. But definitely like I said, really liked the use of the Force in this movie. Really awesome. And then the end fight. I'm going to talk about that end fight. The whole end fight with Poe in the air, taking down, going through the trench run that what Luke did to blow up base Starkiller, and then the fight between Finn, Rey, and Kylo Ren. Now I just got to say this: marketing lied to us in this, and I'm glad it did. It made us think that Finn was going to be the new Jedi, the new Force wielder in this trilogy, and I figured, I hope it isn't, because why? Rey needs to be that female protagonist. We need one of those types of characters. And I'm glad she is, because she is the one that is Force sensitive and Finn is not. And it's awesome to see when Finn gets struck down. He's not dead, but he's struck down. And Kylo Ren goes to go for Anakin / Luke's lightsaber. And it just shakes and goes right past him and goes right into Rey's hands. Goosebumps right down the back of my neck. I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. And then that epic fight just ensued between the two, and it was awesome. And, like, you know, I've heard some complaints, like, Rey using the Force, and being trained as a Jedi, and using the lightsaber like she's a trained Jedi, and that wouldn't make sense, but, you know, in the sense, maybe she was trained, maybe she was a little bit, and with that staff, you know, it's probably not that complicated, because it's just a little bit lighter, and, you know, well, a little bit smaller, so, you know, I don't think, you know, it would be that complicated for her, because she uses that staff a lot, you know, from what we kind of saw in the movie, like, if she ever got beat up or anything, she'd use that. And definitely, I really loved the effect when Kylo Ren would just hit his side because he got blasted by Chewbacca with the crossbow. Well, no. And, yeah, definitely some good... This was the funniest Star Wars movie. I just wanted to put that in there. It is the funniest Star Wars movie of all time. It's got some good comedy. Some of it, you know, lands, and some of it doesn't. But moving back to that fight, it was an epic fight, and it was really cool to see kind of just this... It's not like a slow-paced fight like how it was in, Empire Strikes Back or in A New Hope, and it wasn't a whole choreographed thing that was in the prequel trilogy. It was real. It felt like it was real. It felt like two people that were just going at it that would, you know, how it would really be. And, you know, they didn't let up. They didn't, you know, well, they did sometimes, and then sometimes they just really hammered at each other, and that was good. It showed, like, an interesting and different way to kind of combine both of the, lightsaber battles from both trilogies. It's a simple lightsaber battle, but also a very kind of important one. So that kind of, you know, definitely brings it whole in as an excellent, you know, kind of thing. And did Kylo Ren lose his hand? I don't think he did. It looked like he did, but he's got that huge gash on his face now, and it's going to be very interesting to see in the next film where we see General Hux and Kylo Ren and Supreme Leader Snoke being trained. You know, Kylo Ren is gonna finish his training, and General Hux, man, he was an awesome villain too. I really did like him. He was very much a Grand Moff Tarkin character, and I'm really glad they didn't kill him off, because he has the ability to be one of the best Imperial officers that we've seen. But before there was Agent Kallus, and then there was Grand Moff Tarkin. So definitely, I think that's about it. That's all I wanted to say. And then the ending, oh man, that ending though. When they get that map, you know, even though the convenience of R2-D2 just waking up out of nowhere, but, you know, it's fine, I can deal with it. And then they get the map together, Rey, Chewbacca, take off in the Falcon, and there Luke is. He's standing on this planet, in the island. So I believe that Rey is the daughter of Luke Skywalker, because she saw the vision of the planet where Luke was, and on the island. And she had a vision of Han Solo, because that's the only father she knew. But what if it's Luke? What if, like, you know, she replaced it with Luke instead? Well, like, she replaced it with Han instead, because she knew who Han was. She knew who Han was. She didn't know who Luke was. Like, she didn't know who her father is. She put somebody in there who was her father. Well, who seemed to be like a father kind of figure to her. But, okay, so, and then the ending, just when she holds the lightsaber out to him, and it's that 360 shot just going around. And oh man, it was awesome. Just Luke taking off his hood, and he's just like, you know, and it was epic. It was so epic. And that's about it, guys. So that's my spoiler talk for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I will be doing an end of the year review. Well, like kind of an end of the year over review. The things I really, the positive things and the negative things I liked about this year, and kind of the media, you know, kind of in the TV and movie universe. Well, movie areas. But other than that, guys, also my Defenders of Shield movie will be coming out as soon as possible. It will be out probably sometime next week. You know, I'm hoping after Christmas, something like that. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Other than that, like I said, that's it. Let's wrap this up. All right, guys, I'll see you guys later. Jim Wink, winking out. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.